Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I am Casey, and today I am going to fit several projects into this video, and some of them are more simple than others, and some of them are a little bit more complicated, but not too bad. Most of the components for all of these projects came from the Spring Palette Treasure Bag from GGC Beginning Beaters. So if you would like to see how all of these projects came about, then stay tuned. All right, let's get right into it. I'm going to start with the tools that I will be using. I have 2 sets of chain nose pliers, 1 set of cutters, and 1 set of round nose pliers. And I would like to briefly mention my tool set. It is the Casual Comfort tool set. And as the name suggests, these tools are very, very comfortable to use. They are definitely high quality and very well made. And the biggest thing for me is they have adult size grips. A lot of times jewelry making tools will be a lot smaller if you buy them in the store, even on Amazon. And when I found these, I just can't imagine using anything else. They are so comfortable. So I will have these tools listed down below, along with everything else that I use that did not come from the treasure bag. So I will also have in the description box the opening video that I did for the Spring Palette Treasure Bag, and that will have a detailed description of everything that came in the bag, like this butterfly pendant here. Now I have 3 different projects that I will be making for today's video, and they are going to increase in difficulty. So for this first one, the chain that I'm going to be using is this chain right here, and I will have this link down below as well. And I will go ahead and tell you it is listed as rose gold, and as you can see, it is very much not rose gold. It is yellow gold. When I first got it, I was a little disappointed because I was looking for rose gold chain, but now that I have the rose gold that I needed, I really, really love this chain for the yellow gold that it is. So again, this first one is going to be very easy. And one of the things that I absolutely love about GGC's treasure bags is there are so many quick projects that you can make if you're looking for gifts or just quick jewelry for yourself, or maybe to make several things for a craft fair to sell. This treasure bag has so many options that you could very easily make a few quick projects, along with and up to and including some much more complicated projects if you choose to do that. So this first one, this butterfly pendant came with a bail already attached. So I'm simply going to take the chain and I'm going to drop it through that bail. And as you can see, I have 2 different size jump rings. I have a 4mm and a 6mm. I'm going to take the 4mm chain, open it, put it on the last link, and that is the one I'm going to put the lobster clasp on and close it. And then I'm going to take the 6mm jump ring and put it on the other last link and close it. And then I'm going to take this and attach it just like that. And this pendant is so beautiful. I like this. It's very simple, and I think it's very, very nice. So this is project number 1. And as you can see, I did the same thing for the yellow one as well. So this is project number 1. Very quick and easy. The next step up in difficulty, we'll start the next one. All right, so here is the next one. And I'm using one of the other pendants and one of the beautiful infinity connectors. And as you can see, for this one, I have 3 different lengths of chain. And for this one, I'm using a chain that I have that is a little bit smaller. I will have this link down below. And one thing I really love about this, of course, like I said, it is smaller, but it also comes in multiple different finishes. So when I ordered this, it comes, I think, in 6, it might be 5 or 6. I'll have to look, but I think it's 6 different finishes. So the first thing we're going to do is connect the 2 smaller pieces of chain to this figure 8. So if I put this here, you can see this one piece of chain here on the end is about 7 1/4 inches. This longer piece here is about 10.5 inches. And then this shortest piece here is about 2 inches. So I'm going to take this 4mm jump ring, connect it to the infinity connector, and then I'm going to connect it to the last link in the chain, just like that, and close it. And then take the next 4mm and connect it to the other side, and then the other shorter length connected to the last link in the chain, just like that, and close it. So now the 2 lengths of chain should be the same with that figure 8 in the middle. So now we're going to connect it all. So I'm going to connect this 4mm to the pendant and then close it. And then I'm going to take this larger jump ring, 8mm, and connect it to the pendant and then connect it to the last link in the chain, just like this. You want to make sure you put it on the shorter side of that infinity. All right, and then I put on the other side just like that and close it. So there's the bottom right there. And now we're going to put the clasp on the other side. So I have the 4mm jump ring, put it on the last link, add the lobster clasp, and close it. Then take the last jump ring, open it, connect it like that, and close it. And then you could close that lobster clasp just like that. And now you can have a very simple infinity style necklace. And then the other one that I made with the other pendant, I actually used the chain that came in the treasure bag. And this is a beautiful, beautiful chain. It's also a curb link chain, a little bit larger. So there is project number 2, and now the last project. And the last project is going to be a pair of earrings. So I have already made one, and now we are going to do the second one together. I'm using the end connector here that had 5 loops, also came in the treasure bag, one of the flower charms, and of course the butterfly beads. All of these came in the treasure bag. Again, that opening will be listed below. From my own stash, I'm going to be using these spacer beads, ear wire, and some pins. So I'm going to start with the components on either end. I have a ball end pin, and I'm going to start with one of the butterfly beads. And here is the order. I have the butterfly bead on the end, and then the smaller rondelles with the spacer beads in between, just like that. So here's how I do my loops. I'm going to place it on my middle finger just like that, and then kind of hold the beads down with my other fingers and go just above that top bead with my round nose pliers, bend it just like that, bend it back with my fingers, and go in with my cutters. And then before I close that loop, I'm going to connect it to the outside of that connector. And then I'm going to go in and curl that loop closed. Just like that. And now I'm going to do this exact same component on the opposite side. All right, so there we go. So now we're going to start working on the second and fourth ones. We have another ball end pin. And the very simple component is the drop bead that came in the box, and then 4 of those smaller rondelles right in a row. So we're going to make a loop at the top the same way. Go right above that top bead with your round nose pliers, bend back with your fingers, go in with my cutters, and then this is going to go on the second or fourth one, either one. And then you go in there and curl that loop closed. Just like that. And now we're going to do this exact same component on that fourth one. And there you go. So now we have that center component. And that center component, I'm using an eye pin, but before I put anything on it, I'm going to open it just a little at the end and then go ahead and put that charm on there and then close it right back. Just like that. And the center one is the same as the other 2. It just has 1 more rondelle. So it's 5 rondelles and then 1 drop. And I do want to make sure the top loop and the bottom loop are facing the same direction. So I'm going to line up the bottom loop on my finger just like that. Hold on to that pin, hold on to the beads, go just above it, and then bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters. I'm going to make sure that flower is facing the right direction. I'm going to go into that center just like that. And there we go. And then I'm going to curl that loop closed with my round nose pliers, just like that. So there it is, and now we're going to quickly put on that ear wire. So I'm going to take the ear wire, open it at the bottom. You just want to make sure you're facing it the correct direction, and then close it right back. And there they are. So I'm going to set up everything on my display so that we can see it better. All right. So here is the simplest one, and it really was just a matter of putting the pendant on a beautiful chain and putting the closure on the back. And I have to say, these butterfly pendants are so beautiful. They have that cubic zirconia in the middle, and those, just the gemstones themselves, they're absolutely beautiful. And I know sometimes I like to wear very, very simple jewelry. Of course, sometimes I like my jewelry to be big and bold as well, but simple can be beautiful. And of course, here is the next one. Very simple as well, just that little added element of that infinity in the chain, which I definitely think adds a bit to the design. And once again, the pendants, those drop pendants, are just beautiful. I love, love, love the stones and how high quality the pieces are that come in this treasure bag. So very, very beautiful. And then, of course, the pair of earrings, a little more complicated, but really not too bad. I love those connectors that came in there, the end connectors with the 5 loops. And I love how they can be used in so many different ways. Those beautiful charms at the bottom. I just love the way these came out. Those butterfly components there on the end. I just think these turned out so nice. So if you are interested in the treasure bag, I will have all of the information in the description box below. Keep in mind, she does not have a monthly subscription, so you definitely want to get signed up for her notification list so you will get that email when her next bag comes out. They definitely tend to sell out very quickly. So if you like this video and you want to see other videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give me a like. Leave a comment. I absolutely love reading my comments. You guys are so, so kind, and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.